Hello everyone, my name is June and I'll be debating with Cyrus on why we believe that voters should present photo ID and voter ID cards prior to voting. A little background on the subject and why we believe that this should take place is because all over the country, annually, every month, whenever there's elections, we see that there are potential cases of fraudulent voting, fraudulent activities, and we believe that this is very detrimental to the voting system. Going on, we believe that the significance of having voter IDs will ultimately keep the integrity of the voting system, ultimately produce a pure democracy and equality. I just want to point out the obvious danger of not having voter IDs. The obvious detrimental effect is that fraudulent voting can seriously deter the voting system. Just an example of this is that in an election, if there are fraudulent activity that's going on and it happens to, no matter what the number is, and it happens to change the voting outcome, we believe that that is something that we can prevent. That's something that we don't want. Going on, we believe that voter IDs do significantly defeat and deter impersonation at the polls. This includes voting under fictitious names, voting in the name of a dead person, double voting by individuals registered in more than one state, and voting as another person. And these are all examples. These are not hypotheticals. These are all examples that actually do happen, and many people have been caught doing these things. The inherency of this is that not having voter IDs actually leaves too much room for potential error. By mandating voters to provide ID, the potential for misrepresentation and fraudulent activity is dramatically increased. And just an example, I want to share with you an 18-month study done by the Minnesota Majority. And in this study, they found that 341 felons illegally voted in the 2008 election for the next U.S. Senator. In the race, Nora Coleman and Al Franken were going head-to-head, and in the vote, Franken's margin of victory was only by 312 votes. So we see that the 341 illegal votes that were supporting Franken ultimately helped him win, and he only won by 312 votes. So we see that fraudulent activity, fraudulent voting can seriously change the outcome and is very unfair for the other party. Another case that I want to show to you is that voter fraud occurred in a state representative race in Kansas City, and it was a Democratic race between J.J. Rizzo and Will Royster. 50 Somalis who didn't speak English at all, didn't know the English language, were actually coached to vote for Rizzo. In this particular election, because of the 50 illegal votes that Rizzo gained, he ended up winning by only one vote. And so both these cases that I showed you is very unfair because there are many unhonest votes that went into the poll. Going on, the solvency we believe that could actually help the country is that issuing voter IDs will make sure that there's an opportunity given to everyone, regardless of race, regardless of financial status, regardless of demographic. IDs are also a very reasonable way of making sure that there is no fraudulent activity, or at least that we cut majority of the fraudulent activity that could happen. Every legal citizen has the same opportunity to obtain a voter ID in this plan. Like I said, there isn't any discrimination against race, monetary class, or any specifics involved. There's no ulterior motive to this. And many of these there are many platforms for people to register through. So in the age where we live, where we're technologically so advanced, you don't even have to physically go to anywhere to actually get a voter ID. It can be done via mail, via internet, in person, however, whatever is most convenient for the person. And we believe that our plan of action that can actually help everyone obtain voter IDs is to follow South Carolina's free voter ID process. In this free voter ID process, the voter can obtain a free voter ID from their county voter registration office by simply providing their name, date of birth, and social security number. And by submitting these three information, a voter can receive a free photo voter ID so they can go and vote wherever they want. So this is not a way, to swindle any anyone. This is not a way for white supremacy to be a place. This is an actual free, really equal way for everyone to obtain a free voter ID.